the Porsche IMSA GT3 Cup Challenge by Yokohama, a two-class challenge series for emerging talent and enthusiast racers. Platinum, the fastest class with the newest Porsche 911 Carrera GT3 Cup race cars. Gold, for 911s from 2009 model year and older. And within those two classes, a Masters Championship battle ensues. That's for drivers aged 45 and older. Tyres are from Yokohama, race cars are from Porsche. Setup is critical, but talent and racecraft are how you win. Every second counts. No mistake goes unpunished. Drivers aren't pros, but this is an amateur hour. All of Porsche's factory races started in a series just like this. It's the largest single-make series on the planet. This is the Porsche IMSA GT3 Cup Challenge presented by Yokohama. Rounds 15 and 16 of the Porsche IMSA GT3 Cup Challenge presented by Yokohama from Road Atlanta, home of the final race of the American Le Mans Series for the year, but also forever, as we move to a new era of sports car racing here in America with the Tudor United Sports Car Championship. For this weekend, Petit Le Mans, the last major endurance race of the year, it's 10 hours around this beautiful circuit in the Georgia backcountry hills. In the race, a few recognised talents from this series. Brett Sandberg and Madison Snow will be competing with Flying Lizard Motorsports in GTC, as will Angel Benitez Jr. with Momo NGT. As a development series, this is exactly what we'd expect to see, rising stars making their way from a sprint race format through into endurance racing. Now, though the cars are the same, the setup is different, and the driving styles of the driver has to be adapted because it's not just about one person, you're part of a team here. Although there's an end of season, almost an end of term feeling here at Road Atlanta, unfortunately we have to remember the harsher side of our sport. Momo NGT driving mentor Sean Edwards, a 26-year-old up-and-coming English Porsche driver, was recently tragically killed whilst mentoring another young driver in Queensland, Australia. Sean is currently leading the Porsche Super Cup back in Europe, and his team, indeed all of the grid, will race here in his memory and in his honour. The season has yet to be completely decided in the GT3 Cup. So far we know our Platinum and Gold champions, Madison Snow and Michael Levitas. But we've yet to sort out our Platinum Masters Championship, still a battle between Casey Kuhlman with Wright Motorsports and Craig Durson with Momo NGT. Casey's got the upper hand with just one additional point.
I'm approaching this weekend one session at a time. I have one rung on the ladder to climb each time. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself in terms of thinking what's at stake. At a minimum, I need to split points with Craig to win the championship. And depending on how conditions change, I'll play my cards the way I need to.
Then there's the battle for the Teams Championship in Platinum. Effort Racing and Wright Motorsports are still in the hunt. Race number 1, round 15 of the championship, and it's raining.
Another pole position on his shoulders. Sloan Urie trying to ramp the outside. That might be the better line. More grip on that race line. The wet line, he's through. Sloan Urie into the lead. Madison Snow slots into second, Jeremy.
But the battle everyone was watching was the fight for Masters between Casey Kuhlman and Craig Durson. Neither wanted to give an inch, but then a mistake.
Oh, Casey Kuhlman gets it all wrong at the top of the hill.
And he's over by he kept it out. Oh, he just barely kept it off of the wall. He came in the Masters class in the Platinum categories over Craig Durson. He had a good qualifying run, but boy, now he has his work cut out.
Casey's spin puts him nearly to the back of the field, and Craig, an expert rain driver as we've already seen this season, retains the 4th position in front of Angel Benitez Jr., who is also looking to fight up the field to gain valuable points back on 2nd place in the championship. With Madison Snow having already clinched the Platinum title, the battle for 2nd is between Angel and Sloan Urie, and with Sloan leading the race in the rain, it'll take a lot for Benitez to make up all of that ground. But within 5 minutes of the race start, Miguel Benitez hooks it at the start-finish line and brings out the first safety car, and that will reel back the field.
Miguel Benitez, he'd won the Masters class in the Gold Cup category the last 2 races at Circuit of the Americas. But it's not going to be 3 in a row for Miguel.
As the debris is cleared off the front straight, we go back to green flag racing. But at the front of the field, a big mistake from the leader, Sloan Ury.
Here comes Ury coming around, picking up the green, gets that curb, and that left rear just lights up, Jeremy.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get a jump there at the green flag.
The number 77 of Kelly Moss Racing also had an off, adding to the confusion on track, and yet another safety car. So things are going wrong for so many on track, but going right for Angel as he moves further up the field and gains more points. But all eyes are still on the Masters, with Craig Durson in 3rd position overall and Casey Kuhlman slowly making his way back up the field.
He may have got the run right there out of turn 5. Boy, did he nail it just about right now. Can he get down the inside? Again, we talked about that outside line can have a little bit more grip, but Coleman able to come through, sort of do the slide pass, come right up in front of Putman, gets through, he's in the top 10.
And then another safety car, an incident between David Baker and John Baker for positions 14 and 15 down at turn number 10. Immediately that eliminates Madison's gap, and once again it gets Casey closer to the points. The 3rd restart.
With 16.5 minutes remaining, Madison Snow leads. Thompson moves over, looking for a clean line, looking for a line to dive by. No, Madison has just enough steam built up that he's able to hang on, Jeremy.
Eventually Jerson puts on the pressure, but here's the question. Should he fight for 2nd overall in the rain, or sit tight and play it safe for the Masters Championship? And then another incident at turn 10, the 24 and 45 cars get together. The safety car is out again for one final time, and one final chance for Casey Kuhlman to catch back up and grab some valuable points. And at the restart, well, it looks very much the same as before. The same 5 drivers, the same outcome. Further back, Brett Sandberg and Michael Mills are battling it out. Casey Kuhlman is making his
Coleman
moves.
was coming, and oh, look at that. That is that's blocking right there. Phil Fogg moving over, reacting, continuing to react. And Coleman was there. The 2 touch. Fogg goes around, and Coleman now moves up into that 6th spot, 2nd in the Masters class.
At the checkered flag, Madison takes the victory. Casey has made a stellar recovery, and Mills has held off Brett Sandberg. Ben Keating's taken gold. It's the final round of the season, and still to be decided the Masters Championship in Platinum as well as the Team Championship. Now that's down to just Effort Racing and Wright Motorsports, and unlike round 15, there's no rain, we have normal racing conditions.
Down through the last corner, the green flies, and Madison Snow from his 12th pole position jumps into an early lead. Looks like everybody, ooh, big moment at the back, but a save, and the field down into turn 1. Sloan Ury looks like he's going to tuck right into 2nd spot, but Madison Snow leads away.
And a problem for Colin Thompson.
Yeah.
He's a problem with the left front of that car. Maybe, I don't know, the tire's gone down. But
I think it's a coolant issue.
Something was dragging on the ground. It looked like going up the hill. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it is the coolant leaking out of that car. Something was dragging on the front. What a shame.
Whilst back up front,
now Benitez going to try to get underneath Ury down into 1, and Ury shutting the door, and Benitez tucking right back in again. But that's exactly what we're talking about, is if Ury now is a little bit more concerned with keeping Benitez behind him, he might be losing that little bit of momentum.
further down the field, Ben Keating and Michael Levitas have switched cars for this race, also switching classes of course. And a driver who's taken advantage of the development series here and will be racing later this weekend at Petit Le Mans, Brett Sandberg, battling for 7th position.
Let's see if Patrick, no, this time couldn't quite make that work. Sandberg looked like he just got a little bit deeper in and underneath.
Now to the Masters category. Craig Durson has taken a substantial lead over Casey on the first few laps, but Kuhlman once again is battling his way back, managing his tyres for the long run, eventually putting some pressure onto Craig. Throughout the race, the battle for the top three continues. Sloan Ury continuing to put pressure on Madison.
Boy, Sloan Ury might be mounting a challenge. He got an incredible run out of 10A, 10B.
But then an incident at turn 2. The number 30 of Benitez Senior goes into the wall hard.
They were leaning on each other extremely hard going up the hill there. Neither wanted to give an inch.
At the same time, Michael Mills goes off hard at turn 10 after missing his braking zone, and in the process gets some substantial air. Seconds later, before the safety car can even be called out for the turn 2 incident, Sloan Ury makes his move on Madison Snow into turn 1. The Porsche Panamera safety car comes out and we go into a long yellow flag period. On the restart, Madison is pushing to get first position back, but more importantly, Angel is looking to get some points back for the second spot in the championship. But if Angel gets past Madison, Effort wins the team championship, so Madison has to make a decision: fight for the team and hold second position, or push for the lead and get the race win. Madison, the youngest person in the series, makes the most mature decision: hold on to the second place, secure the team championship and play it conservative. Battles continue throughout the field as we've seen all season. Sandberg's now putting pressure on Casey Kuhlman, who's looking to reel in Craig Dawson, but does he have enough tyre and steam left?
Sandberg is really filling the mirrors for Kuhlman, and he's driving in those mirrors a little bit, watching Sandberg and that group of four, including Dewarson up front, easing away. He put that car right where he needed to, entering and exiting 10A, and that kept Sandberg behind him. But boy, Sandberg is just heaping on the pressure. He got a great run down through 11 this time and through 12, looking to the inside, and again, not quite enough, Jeremy.
But in the end, despite all the ongoing battles, time runs out. Sloan Ury gets his second win of the season. Craig Dawson beats Casey Kuhlman in Masters Platinum, securing the championship for him, and Snow Racing wins the team championship by holding off Angel Benitez Jr. for second place, barely getting enough points to beat Effort Racing. Ben Keating takes the win in the gold class, while his teammate racing Platinum for the weekend, Michael Levitas, finishes P10. So here are the final points tallies after rounds 15 and 16, and that's just about it for the Porsche IMSA GT3 Cup Challenge presented by Yokohama. The 2013 season has been edge of the seat excitement and entertainment all the way through. I hope that you think that too, and you'll want to join us again in 2014, when we have a series that looks very similar, with 16 rounds over 8 race weekends, but joined with a new parent series, the brand new Tudor United Sports Car Championship, still the pinnacle of American sports car racing, still the perfect proving ground for this IMSA developmental series, putting all of our drivers in front of the best teams in the country. I'm John Hindorf. On behalf of the whole production team, thanks for being with us. We'll see you again next year.